Hello. Hey, one, two. This is working. Oh, okay. I turn my camera on. Hello. All right. What is going on? We have the podcast coming up in half an hour or so. We'll see. Well, ish. But until then, I'm just going to play some Football Manager 2023. So this has been my Manchester United career, which has, well, it basically diverged from reality instantly. Things are already pretty weird because, well, I mean, for one, is that you get Cristiano Ronaldo in preseason. I mean, he's training and all that stuff too. So then he is match fit straight away, and he's actually been playing really well. And I also immediately sustained an injury to Diego Dallo, and Wan-Bissaka has had to play, and he's been amazing, which is so weird. I don't doesn't make any sense. Like it's really fun. Like, but Wan-Bissaka is a totally stacked player in this game. Like he's got 20 tackling. That's absolutely absurd. I feel like I don't actually really know how to do this, but maybe you could convert him into a centre back or something because like, he is still 6 foot tall, and you know that tackling is just unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know, but positioning probably needs a bit of work. But yeah, he's been really good lately. What have we got? Yeah, 7.95 average match rating lately, so pretty crazy. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But squad's going pretty good. Oh, okay. So Wan-Bissaka is now injured too. Iguodala still injured. Well, that's kind of annoying. But I did make one extra signing. Obviously, I don't get the full budget because all the signings have been done, so I only had 20 mil. But I managed to get this guy, Alexis Salamakers, who plays for AC Milan, and you know I like this guy. This is a player I already knew about. I've signed him in earlier games, and he was absolutely amazing. And well, when I've played him in the past, he was actually a full right back. You know, he didn't. It's kind of green now. When I started, it wasn't even. It was like even. It was more like this. So, but he's already learning it pretty easily because I mean, generally, I think he actually has played right back as well and all that kind of stuff. But he generally plays this kind of winger role for AC Milan because they play. I guess they play. Maybe they play five at the back, and he's like that kind of wing back. So yeah, but for me, he's going to play right fullback at least in this next game. Well, I mean, it's a wing back on the game, but yeah, fullback position. I don't know what all these bloody arrows mean. Well, I mean, obviously it means he's been not improving, but hopefully that's not major. Hopefully that turns around pretty quick. He will play in the next match, and kind of signed him because I kind of thought I kind of anticipated that Wan-Bissaka was going to be bad, but he's actually been awesome. So it's kind of weird. Now I have this extra player, and but I also had an injury to Antony at the start, so I noticed that I'm a bit short on the right wing sort of players because after Antony's injured, you know, I'm using Jadon Sancho, who is actually better on the left anyway. And then after that, you're down to Elanga, and who's okay, but I mean, all of these players are right-footed though. I possibly could have done better and got a more left-footed player as a backup, but I don't know. It's just nice having a bit more depth. So what was I before? So I played two matches, beat Fulham and beat Southampton in the first two, 4-1 and 4-2 respectively. So I'm happy with that. Sitting second, 6 points. So 2 wins, 2 games, 2 wins. That's good. And yeah, Ronaldo's had match award, and yeah, Lissandro Martinez has been good. Wan-Bissaka's crushing it, and then Antony is top goal scorer, 3 goals in 2 games. So pretty happy about that. And yeah, we'll see. I'll just burn through this press conference and say how awesome I am. Luke Shaw. Oh, amazing. What a player. Yes, he's doing good. Well, yeah, well, Ronaldo's been awesome as well. He's already, he's been off to a flying start. I think he's scored 2 goals, so he's doing pretty good for me so far. Yeah, whatever. Um, Yep, whatever. Let's chill, get through that shit. Okay, what's up next? Oh, what was that? I should actually looked at that. Wait. So, what did it say? Well, how do I view that again? That was good. I guess I saw Man City won 4-0. But we'll see. Yeah. Whatever. Oh, well, here we go. So Man City won 4. Dude, what? Erling Haaland scored 4 goals. That's insane. He scored 4 goals against Chelsea in that first match. And then Arsenal still going hundies as well. Arsenal scored 1 by 4 and both. Well, 1 by 2 here, and they won 6-0 in their first game. So it's gonna be tough. Honestly, it's gonna be a tough season, I think. What did Liverpool do? Oh, they haven't played Spurs one, but is that for real? It's 2 get 4 goals, 1 assist, and that's pretty insane. I mean, obviously he's going to be amazing. Like, why wouldn't he be? But like, yeah, gonna be a hassle. That's for sure. Man City just gets the best player. Oh. But yeah, it's to be expected, I suppose. Hmm. Damn it. Yeah, gonna need Ronaldo to keep up with Erling Haaland. That'll be fun. See, I suppose I'm not expected to win the league first season anyway, so it's, yeah. Something like Kylian Mbappe or something. Oh, what I actually need to do is log on to Discord. But yeah. So yeah, playing Arsenal next, top of the table. Well, hopefully this won't be too bad of a match. Arsenal at home. Okay, Liverpool winning 4-0 as well. 2 goals for Van Dijk. Not bad. Leicester bottom of the table. At least something is consistent with reality. I don't actually think they did last anymore, but yeah. Okay, whatever. Shut up, Discord. Okay, there we go. I'm in the room now. Okay, so yeah, man, there's been some awesome football news this week. We're going to have a ton to talk about on the podcast. I don't even know if we're going to have time for all of it. That's the only thing. Yeah, because there's this insane match in Argentina that had 10 red cards. There's a whole pile of more injuries that have happened, so players aren't going to the World Cup. A couple of nations have announced their squad for the World Cup. And Southgate's going to announce England tomorrow, which is pretty cool. So if anyone's interested, this is I set up my training. I actually fill in all of these slots. Having rest is for chumps. Don't do that. Don't have a rest. Just have recovery sessions. But make sure your players get enough endurance sessions and things like that in the off season. And oh yeah, look, I got a rest there. What happened there? It's eating my own words immediately. What? Well, I might chuck a. Yeah, or do a team bonding. You know, like it's not a. Yeah, you can. I don't have any rest things or anything like that, but I do put in some sort of low, things that don't exert much energy in there too. So I do the team bonding and all that. And is that? I just put it twice in a row. What is going on here? Because What is it? What has actually happened? I feel like everything is out by a day. Oh, I see. Okay, that's stupid. That's stupid and I hate it. But why did it why I don't understand why it like why it screwed up like that. Should be the same here. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy. It's not a big deal, really. I'm going to put possession there instead. Change this to a attacking movement, maybe? Oh, no, the other one. Defensive shape. Oh, actually, probably have one more. There. Let's change this to a. Oh, that's better. That'll do. Hmm. Yeah, and obviously we have some Premier League results to talk about. We've got, Man U lost to Aston Villa and so on, and there's that insane Bournemouth and Leeds game that we have to talk about, and just Arsenal winning again, of course, and Man City just chugging along too, of course. So yeah, yeah, a lot, a lot is the same as you'd expect, but it's been a few. I suppose, yeah, there wasn't really upsets, but it was just kind of important matches because Liverpool play Spurs, and Chelsea played Arsenal. That's kind of important for the top of the table. So, and so that's kind of the thing. Man U losing, it kind of didn't come at too bad of a time, I guess, because look, it's early to say, obviously, but it's already looking like it's gonna be a fight between Arsenal and Man City. And so, the best position Man U could finish is probably third, if I'm being realistic. So, we're competing with Tottenham and Chelsea, and both of them lost. So that's pretty good. Man U lost, but Chelsea and Spurs lost too. So it's actually kind of get bailed out a little bit, but it probably would have been a good chance to also pull ahead. But what can you do? Can't win them all. I think everyone's pretty cooked. Been playing a lot of matches, and it does catch up with you. So there's some suggested signings, but I was lucky enough to get Sailormakers on loan, and pay a fee next year or something. It was a tiny fee. It was like 8 mil or something stupid. So total bargain, but so I still have 18 mil to spend, but it's not really enough because I want to sign some beasts. I want to sign Cody Gakpo and did I scout? Oh, did I scout Jeremy Frimpong? I should have. Sammy Braybrook. I know you shouldn't look at the star ratings, but I sort of am. Hmm. Whatever. I don't really care about this at the moment because Deschamps Bernard. Now Khan Iqbal is... Oh, great. This is a good question. I'm not sure if I should loan him out or not, because I do have... he's not even that far off. He's not even that far off of first team. And why is everyone doing shit? But we'll see, I suppose. Hard to say. I don't know what to do. He could go out on loan, but I don't know if he might even play. That's the thing. He could actually get some minutes because he get 5 subs. I'm totally stoked about having 5 subs. I just have to make sure I don't screw up, because in the last game I was thinking the whole time, like, yeah, sweet, 5 subs, no worries. But I forgot that it's 5 subs, but you can only have 3 stoppages of time. So you have to do 2 stoppages with 2 players, basically. Or, I mean, you go 1-1-3 or something. But so I'd already done 3 individual subs and couldn't do any more. So rip me. But it's nice having 9 players on the bench too, because it does sort of give you room to fit a young guy too. So if you start smashing an opponent, you can actually sub on a young guy to get some experience. And well, in that way, you're not filling up your bench with like needed. You've got enough room for needed reinforcements, and then also some young guys. So quite good. I like that. This game's gonna be weird too, because you're gonna play the first half of the season, and there's gonna be the World Cup immediately. So you only play half a season before there's this big stoppage, and that'll be weird. So yeah, it's strange to have it middle of the season. It's so weird. Well, I think in real life it's proving to be a big problem too, because so many extra matches are being jammed into. They want to get all these matches done before the World Cup, right? So players are dying out there. Well, not literally, but oh look, see, they know. Cody Gakpo needs to be in the squad, man. You want to swap for Ronaldo? Absolutely. Normally I do this. Even if I can't sign him now, you can declare interest. And then... Actually, yeah. Oh, man, I would love Vlahovic. I think Vlahovic is like one of the coolest strikers around. He's like the next Ibra. He's left-footed. Dude. Yeah, and I love Chiesa too. Chiesa is one of my favorite players. And... No. Iran. Iraq. Yeah. So you just start that. You can declare interest, then you get an idea if they actually want to sign for you or not. Because it's said in there like he likes the project that's happening at Man U and is keen to join. So yeah, and you get this kind of stuff. Like he wants to impress us now, but yeah, see, look, he's absolutely keen. He really wants to play, but we don't have but see, this is the problem. I have so many players that need to be loaned, or because Garnacho is pretty insane too. It's just that his mental stats aren't the greatest, I'd say. But yeah, I don't know. How far down? Oh, do they still have that? Is this? Now, there used to be a thing called Team Depth. This is interesting. Oh. I haven't seen this before. So I didn't decide any of this. This is all automatic, but it all decides all this for me, but it's interesting. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. S11. This is cool. I didn't realize they did this. So Shola. I lined out Shola. This is very interesting. Best players Wan-Bissaka. That's so weird. Okay, but is there still yeah, there used to be that team depth chart, which was really good. Maybe it's just been replaced with the squad planner kind of thing. So yeah. Don't think less of me for doing that. Just because he's left-footed, I want to play him on the left side, so it sort of makes sense. See, I don't know about you guys, but the way that I usually think about squad is you have 25 players in your squad, so generally go 2 of every position plus like 1 of each. So, and I do like forward, midfield, defense. I suppose that actually gives you 26 if you go, because you go 3 goalkeepers usually. You have 3 goalkeepers, and then so 4 centre backs. So that's 2 for each position, and then 2 left backs, 2 right backs, and then I'd have 1 extra defender. So hopefully one that can sort of be fill-in for any of those positions, but or can fill in sort of multiple spots. And then midfield I do the same. So I have like 2 ball winners, 2 playmakers, and then 2 attacking midfielders, and then 1 extra that can sort of do everything. Usually this extra is like a youth player, 1 coming through, but there might be more I might have many young guys in this squad. And then same for forwards, so 2 left wings, 2 right wings, 2 strikers, and then an extra. And I usually try to have a good balance of left and right footers. So in this case, I've kind of got 3 ball winners. Fred can play kind of a box-to-box, but which he has actually. I think Eriksen is injured, yeah, so lately I've been playing Casemiro in a pair with Fred and Bruno at 10, so fully Portuguese-speaking midfield there. That's pretty good. And yeah, Scott McTominay back up, I guess. But so it's like So, in a way, I kind of have. In a way, it kind of works, right? Because it's like Bruno and Van der Beek are the 10s. The playmakers are like Ericsson, and then I'd put Fred there just because he's a box to box. And then the DMs are Casemiro and Scott McTominay. So, if anything, I actually need an extra midfielder to sort of to go with my usual plan, preferably a young guy, and that could be Zidane Iqbal, to be honest. I mean, he's not too far off, and yeah, and good thing Ericsson is a bit more versatile. And left wing. So yeah, left wing's a bit annoying because technically it should be Ronaldo, Martial as my strikers, and then left wing is like Rashford and Sancho, and then right wing is Antony. So it depends where I put Sancho. Sancho can play left or right wing. He's probably better on the left, but you know, if I don't have Antony, I'm going to play Rashford and Sancho. You know, so it sort of isn't quite balanced. But I have Elanga and Pellistri and Garnacho. So, oh man, a good stretch. Been a long day, but yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I could almost do with. See, I would probably sell Ronaldo, but like again, if it's real life, I would have sold Ronaldo. I don't think that's what's going to happen as well. I'll sell him in January and replace him with like Vlahovic or Cody Gakpo or something. But I don't know if he's going to bang tons of goals in the game for me. I might as well hang on to him. So, they want Gakpo, but I can't afford him. They say they want me to play Lindelof over Varane. Oh, weird. I don't know about that. Yeah, let's do this press conference, get through this shit. Maybe you'll actually see me play a game. Mm-hmm. Yes. Whatever. Press conferences are still bloody boring. Never ask any good questions. Oh, it's almost 7:30. But we'll see. See when Patty's gonna show up. I think no Ash this evening. Well, yeah, I didn't even mention actually. Yeah, we're doing it on a Thursday instead because, well, actually, two of us I had something to do yesterday. I had a friend visiting from out of town that I had to see, and then the other boys had stuff too. So we all sort of were able to. None of us could make it, so we've changed it to Thursday. And well, if none of us are going to make it, I would probably do one on my own anyway when I get a chance to catch up. But yeah, either way, I think Ash can't make today now either. So just been me and Patty holding it down, and that's cool. We've got a lot to talk about. But we'll see what happens when he jumps in the Discord, and we'll be ready to go. But if it times out perfectly, I can like play the match while I talk to Patty, while we plan what we're going to talk about, and then you can watch the match in the meantime. That's kind of cool. Okay, cool. That's back. Oh. And if you guys don't know this simple thing already, you need to be praising your players all the time. Well, when they're doing good. So I praise anyone who gets higher, that gets 7.75 or higher for training. Train well, keep it up. Any chance you get to praise a player, generally do it. Unless sometimes it gives you the one where it's like, oh, he's been doing well, and you get like an email that says like he's been doing well or something. And sometimes when you say like, yeah, I've heard you've been doing good, they go like, oh, if that's your standard, then you must be a shit manager. I actually felt like I was doing bad. And you go like, whatever then, loser. But yeah, so praise all these guys, and they're going to play better. Because morale is everything in this game. But yeah, this will be a tough match anyway. I don't know if I'll even beat Arsenal. It's going to be hard. I haven't even looked at how highly rated their squad is in this, but I did win 6-0. Because to be realistic on Arsenal, I don't want to talk too much shit about Arsenal because they're top of the league at the moment, but I wouldn't have picked them to be top of the league now at the start of the season. I mean, their squad is good. It has a lot of potential, but I think that it's their morale that is letting them play at the level they are at the moment. Arteta's doing a really good job in that regard, so full credit to that. But Football Manager doesn't necessarily consider those kind of things. There's a bit more number crunching involved in that, so Arsenal may not quite be up to that level in this simulation, and Man City's probably going to be the main issue. And actually Liverpool too, so happily have a Victor Osimhen as well, but I don't know, it's a bit expensive. Yeah, I noticed this they call Napoli is called Parthenope. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe look, it could be as simple as that's like some other name for Napoli or something. I don't know, but maybe I'm stupid. But yes, that's changed. And oh, that's right though. Like I think Juventus is in the game now though. It's not Zebra anymore. They didn't leave. No. Okay, team selection. Let's set up. Well, this has been going really good. Don't really want to change any of this. Let's see. So I slip Eriksen in there. Get 15 minutes of Eriksen maybe. Don't know if I'm going to need Langer in this game, to be honest. This is generally how I'm going to set up for most games, I think, so. Oh, okay. See. I just got a message from Paddy saying he may not be able to make it at all, so that's concerning. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to start the match up and then I'm going to quickly let it play while I just figure out some contingency plan or some shit. But and I'll be back. I mean, there'll be a podcast. I'll probably do something regardless. So even if I just play Football Manager and ramble about the various things that happened. I don't know. See, maybe we can do a makeup stream. But there's who do I want in? I don't really give a shit about Donny. Sorry, bro. You're out. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, Donny. Donny ain't that good. Gee, yeah, I may change this. let's just be balanced. And okay. Sorry, I'm just on my phone. Okay, I don't know what's going on now, but we'll know soon, I think. Fairly wide. Not gonna run at the defense. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, this is a good shit. Well, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, usually I change to my third formation here, but the diamond, but I don't really want to. I don't think oh, don't really want to sacrifice Anthony, but no, well, I'll start this way, and if it doesn't work, I will change to that formation. Um, okay. Ugh. Ugh. Always get this prompt, but I don't really know what I can do to fix that. I'm literally exactly the same formation. Only they're a bit deeper. Yeah, mate, look at that. Cool, calm, and collected Wan-Bissaka. Playing amazing. Martinez and Varane. Glorious pair. Not that long ball, but Jesus. The dodge. Ugh. I'm just going to disappear for a minute and see what is happening with the show. I'll just go figure that out and be back soon. But I'll just let this game run in the meantime. Yeah, I'm back. I don't think Patty's gonna be joining us today, unfortunately, but that's okay. I'm probably just gonna. Well, I'm gonna keep playing Football Manager because that's what I want to do. But I'm also gonna write down a bunch of things that I will just ramble about while I'm playing, and then maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a good chance for me to make an actual video or something like that. It's been a while since I've done that, so now I have a bit more time. Well, I thought I had a bit more time, but I've actually still been super busy. But yeah. Hmm. Oh, hang on. I am here. Oh, maybe Patty is going to join us. I'm just not sure. He's joined us on Discord, but yeah. Anyway, first half was good. 1-0. Sick goal from Cristiano Ronaldo. Happy about that. But let's see. Hopefully we can still continue to beat Arsenal. But again, I'll see this play. I was going to see what's up with Patty. I'll be back. God damn, what a goal. Ronaldo. See, Ronaldo's amazing and insane. Old Ronnie. Going hundies in this match. Oh, fuck. I heard this up. Okay. Yeah. Diego Dello in there. Might even take Bruno off Eriksen. And I'll probably want to take Rashford off soon too. I am. Oh, oh. Hello? Hmm. Okay, I got disappear again. I think he's having some audio issues. Hello, I am back here and I'm joined by Paddy. How's it going?
Hi. It's good.
Oh, you are coming a little bit loud. I'm not sure why.
Sorry, I think that might have just been me
Yeah, it might. No, you're a
speaking
bit.
like a speaking like a goblin.
Yeah, it's just because you swapped to the desktop app, so I have to change your audio settings, but that's okay. I'll sort that out on the fly. No worries. Anyway, yes. Welcome to the Football Friends podcast. We will have some interesting topics to talk about today. I just have to quit Football Manager here. I have played 3 matches with Man U so far. Ronaldo has been amazing, so it's already pretty funny. Yes, good, Ronaldo. Blah blah blah. Save and quit. Have you had a chance to play Football Manager 23 yet?
No, but
Yeah,
hey, I will do eventually.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's so far so good. I've certainly been, yeah. I've only just started. Had a good preseason. I signed one player, Alexis Salamakers.
Oh yeah, Inter. Does he play for Inter currently?
AC.
Oh yeah, whoops.
Yeah, oh, close enough.
He plays. He
And
plays in Milan.
yeah. And so oh yeah, you are coming in hot, man. I have to fucking turn you down a little bit.
I mean, you can't hold me down, bro.
Oh, good. It's nothing I can't fix. Yeah. Yeah, I got him on loan for and 7 or 8 million mandatory fee next year or something. So it was absolute bargain. It's amazing. Gives me that he can play right back and right wing, so was kind of good. Needed a bit more depth in both of those positions. But anyway, back onto the real football. So the first thing we might as well cover is just the latest Premier League matches, I suppose. We had a bit of a tumultuous week for my team, Manchester United. And have you noticed that Ash is just never here when Spurs lose?
Yeah, especially when they lose to one of us.
yeah,
He's like,
just
I don't know
disappeared.
how you can be. I don't know how you can be more not somewhere, but he is.
Hmm.
He's
Yeah.
even further away.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to one. I will share my screen with you, and also put it on the stream.
Nice.
I did all right in fantasy this week. I got 55 points. So and you lucky subs in there. That's cool. Anyway, so these were the matches this week. I suppose I might as well start with Man U. I already sort of hinted to that one. So Man U have unfortunately lost to Aston Villa.
Good evening.
Yeah, it was the first loss in a minute. So had been on a pretty good run. So it's only, well, the last loss we had was against Man City, and so I mean in the league at least. And I don't know, a lot of people were like thinking this was a huge deal, and I personally was kind of like, it's not too bad. I mean, it's an away match, and we played a lot of games. We have no. In certain positions, there is kind of no alternative, and some players have been playing literally every minute of every game. And we're cramming so many games into such a short amount of time before the World Cup that this is a bit of a teaser for later on, that some nations are asking their players to fake injuries at their clubs so they can be fit for the World Cup.
It's disgraceful. It
I know.
is. It's nothing short of just international disgrace, Gage.
Yeah. So it's yeah. So I don't know. I wasn't too worried about this match. We certainly lacked a bit of firepower up front. We sort of struggled up front a bit, and the only goal, our goal, came from Luke Shaw. It was like an own goal, I think, for one of the Villa players. Yeah, from one of the Villa players. But it did have chances too. Could have probably won this game on another day, but then, I mean, it's actually kind of sucks because it was a really bad game for Lisandro Martinez. This is probably his worst game so far. I mean, he's been phenomenal the whole way through, basically, and he has played basically every single game. And he kind of made a few mistakes in this game.
Eventually, a bad game was going to come about, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If you play all 38 games of a 38 game season and you have 4 bad ones and you lose all 4, even if you don't lose all 4, then that's not so bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not too particularly upset. Oh, okay. Just going to close this window.
Listen to ourselves on loop.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to close that. But yeah. So that's going to happen. I'm not too upset about this. You can't win every game, and in a way, we are lucky because, well, I was saying this earlier in the stream that the two, like, as far as I'm concerned, first and second is probably going to be either. It's looking like it's going to be either Arsenal or Man City at this point, right? You agree with that?
Yeah, currently yes.
Yeah, it's early on, obviously. So then, I mean, if Man U finish top 4, I'm pretty happy. But so the best position, the realistic best position that we can go for is probably third, and we are going to be competing that position for Spurs and Chelsea mainly, and I'll probably Liverpool too by the time you guys catch back up, which will probably happen.
Shit.
But so Chelsea and Spurs are our 2 main competitors at the moment, and they both lost this week as well. So it's not a bad week to lose, but could have also been a good week to jump ahead. So a little disappointed. Obviously, what still needs to happen is we need to clear out a bunch of players because our depth, we have depth, but we don't have quality in depth. So it's sort of going to be still waiting for Ten Hag's clear out and maybe some new faces that could, some more attacking variation, so we don't just fall flat when we don't have Anthony or whatever.
Yeah, he's a big spark for you guys, eh? In a way, in the same way that sort of Bruno was when he came in. Like it's something completely unknown. A lot of people don't really seem to know how to handle him.
Yeah, I totally agree. He's a dangerous player, unpredictable. So yeah, so yeah, that's all I really want to say on that. Don't need to. We've got plenty of other things to talk about. So I suppose the next one to talk about is Liverpool beating Spurs. So that was very nice. Thank you for that. That's
well, yeah, I quite enjoyed it myself. And as far finally, we've won a game that we probably didn't deserve to. I feel like apparently there was a penalty shout in the game for Spurs. Did you see that?
I can't say I did, actually.
Because I watched long highlights. I watched several long highlights, and there was no notable penalty shout. So maybe I'm just blind. Maybe I suck. I don't know. But Spurs are really weird because they start off mega defensively, and then throughout the game they get more attacking. It seems to happen regardless of who the opponent is or what the score is. So they go down 1 goal quite early, and then 1 goal about 40 minutes. And after half time they come out and they're all over us. So like, why aren't you doing that from the start? If you invite Liverpool on, Liverpool are going to cream you.
Yeah, sure. And it's yeah, considering their strong start and how good they look too, it's kind of sad that they've dipped a bit. To be honest, like I expected a little more from Conte.
Conte boys. Yeah, they were getting some boos as well, and Conte replied with like, "Oh, you can keep booing, um, and we'll see what happens at the end of the season," or something like it. Like it
Mm.
sounds like he's threatening to quit if they keep booing him.
Oh, really? Oh, that's weird.
Which I don't find like it's not that's not how I would have responded, right? I would have said something like, I'm Antonio Conte. Believe in believe in my pedigree, believe in what I've done in the past, and if you do, we'll have trophies.
He's their biggest chance at getting a trophy. I know they need to have a bit of faith, and he did. He said the same thing that I did: is that Spurs have played a ton of games. Harry Kane has literally played every minute, I think, except for 30 minutes or so that he subbed off for or something. So he's played every minute of every game, and he was even going to be rested in this game. Oh no, sorry, they had a cup game yesterday or something. The cup game they lost yesterday. He was supposed to sit out that game, but just because there's so many injuries and all that kind of stuff in the team, he actually had to play. So they are stretched kind of thin. They have a lot of injuries, and yeah,
Kane still scored.
yeah, it's because he's class, man. Like can't stop the Kane train, even if it doesn't have enough fuel. So, I've found the incident. Anyway, I've shared it, and I've shared it to you. I'm not going to play it on the stream because it's a football highlight. But you want to watch this real quick?
Yeah, let's watch it very quickly.
It's I mean, remember that this happened the same week as the Cancelo one as well, which we'll talk about soon.
Hey.
I think he goes down kind of easy, but it's definitely it's definitely hands on the player though. So for people who can't see the video, it's Trent taking on Emerson Royale, in I guess in the Liverpool box, and he sort of he's coming in shoulder to shoulder with Emerson Royale, and sticks an arm out away from his body, and sort of Emerson Royale ends up on the ground. And I'd say, I could see that being a penalty, but he does go down pretty easy.
The way I could see it being given a penalty is if Emerson actually tries to stand up and then gets nudged from behind and then gets bowled over. Like, that's not what happens. Trent puts like a forearm on him and then he dives to the ground.
Yeah, he's looking for it. He's looking for
it. It's 100% fine. It's 85% a dive.
Yeah, that being said though, it doesn't look good on Trent's part. Like you can't.
No, it doesn't look good on Trent's part. He doesn't need to do any of that. He can defend that, maybe.
All
right.
I suppose so.
Other than that, Spurs also hit the bar.
Yes.
But, whatever. We'll move on from there.
Yep. Oh, but it was a much needed win for you guys, and that takes points from higher up. Like I said, this was actually quite a good week for, well, the not top of the table, but the middle class of the table, upper middle class of the table. And so moving on, well, I alluded to that too. There was Man City played Fulham, and they had a red card for Cancelo, and he sort of completely wiped out someone. Who was it? I can't remember who it was, but yeah, I mean, it definitely looked like a red card and a penalty, even though a lot of people were crying about it.
It was soft, and in any other circumstance, it's just a foul.
I would say
maybe not even a yellow card.
Are you serious?
It's got to be a red. It's got to be a red. He's thrown goal.
He definitely takes him out. Like it's completely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just about.
No, well,
But
yeah,
but it's only a red card because the guy is like if that happens in Fulham's penalty box, it's not even a yellow card. You understand?
yeah,
You
yeah,
hear me?
yeah.
Like
Okay, I kind of get what you're saying, but it was pretty. I don't know. It seemed pretty cynical to me.
it is
He
extremely
made
cynical, which
he
is
makes no
exactly why
attempt.
it's a red
Makes
card.
Yeah, but I mean, he makes no attempt to get the ball. I can see it being a yellow card somewhere else as well. But
Yeah, okay, maybe.
yeah, but it's 100% a
But
red
I can
card.
also see it not. It's absolutely a red card because of the
Mm.
East Nine an obvious goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah, last man and everything. So, yep.
Hmm.
And everyone was upset because everyone was like showing their -4 for Cancelo in their fantasy team, and I was like, "Why the fuck are you captaining
Lol.
Cancelo? It's like retarded anyway. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like,
Honestly,
you have
Cancelo deserves that red card just for wearing number 7.
yeah, that's true. That's really true. Okay, so that was kind of the only.
If I'm, I don't know if Pep has the option, but if I'm the manager in this situation and fullback says to me, so I play a left and number 7's vacant, I'd look at him and laugh.
I'd be
No,
like, no, you're a defense. I'd be
you're
like,
not
what are you doing?
allowed.
That's weird. Yeah.
You can have 77.
17. But yes. So anyway, well then they actually went on to win anyway with 10 men. So, oh, there you go.
Yeah. They had their own soft penalty that they profited from.
Oh, the Kevin De Bruyne dive. It is
Yeah.
kind of a dive. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very soft.
It's soft.
Well, I watched the video, did like some side by side comparison of that penalty and like ones that weren't given, and there was some fucking terrible ones. They were just completely ridiculous. That I can't believe they weren't penalties. And then this is like mega soft because Kevin De Bruyne is like a dandelion in the breeze. You know, I don't know. And yeah, pretty soft. But yeah.
Yeah, soft, and even then, Haaland takes a penalty. Yes. And it basically only goes in because he kicks it so hard.
Goes through the goalkeeper. Yeah.
It goes through the goalkeeper.
Yeah, see, I don't know why people aren't captaining Erling Haaland like I do. Because then you would have had 10 points.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'll take it. And so, yeah. But yeah, of course, Man City have that luck, you know, like they're that kind of team these days. So, yep. And that's expected. And then, so Arsenal also beat Chelsea. So, you know, this race between Arsenal and Man City is pretty intense. You know, not going to lie. I think both teams look pretty hard to beat at the moment. And yeah, so they only did win 1-0, and it was a very tight game. And yeah, look, I'm happy because Chelsea lost, but seeing Arsenal top of the table is still bizarre.
See, up yours, Aubameyang.
That was funny. Did you see?
I don't have any.
So, did you see any of? They did like this match. Chelsea had like a match preview thing. Like, you know, they do like the ad and the player like says some catchy one-liners or something. And so they chose Aubameyang for it. And they were trying to basically get him to say shit like Arsenal sucks, like, you know, I'm in a better team now, like trying to get him to say all this like wild shit. It's really funny. But he just says like, I'm coming back.
I don't really want to be doing. You don't really want to be doing it like.
You're kind of cutting in and out, eh?
Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
I think it might be your internet, but that's okay. Yeah,
that's it.
But that was pretty funny anyway. So, yeah, don't really want to say much on that. Just want to more point out the result there. But what I do, and another one is Newcastle, also fucking amazing, still winning, still playing incredibly well. But yeah. But the only other match I really want to actually talk about is Leeds versus Bournemouth,
Leeds.
which was a
Leeds.
fucking wild match, man. This was insane. And so I believe Leeds went 1-0 up, and then Bournemouth scored 3 goals, like back unanswered.
Three awesome goals.
3
like-
bangers, yeah.
Like Solanke scored
Mm.
a little
And-
Neymar, beautiful little flick. Who was the second one? Billing. Philip Billing. Banger.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, that was nice. It was like, yeah. Yeah, man, all 3 of those goals for Bournemouth were awesome. When I watched these highlights, I was like, holy shit, what a match. And but then, it wasn't enough. Leeds actually managed to come back and score their own 3 unanswered goals. And eventually
That fellow. I think it was the one, the equalizer. His name is it Greenwood?
yes, Greenwood.
Unbelievable. He doesn't even kick it hard. He just strokes it into the top corner.
Beautiful. Yeah, like, man, there were
It's my
so many good goals in this game. It was just tasty. It was such a game for the neutrals, man. It was beautiful. Very happy about that. And yeah, and they win. I think they scored their last goal in like the 85th minute kind of area and win the game. So I'd be disappointed if I'm Bournemouth after, because man, Bournemouth played amazingly well in that first half and stuff like that. They were actually on fire, and then they just kind of let it slip. And that's
Yeah, I mean,
okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, like, neither of these sides have been setting the Premier League alight, but now the Leeds United soccer team have been 2 in a row now. 2 in a row, and 2 after the 90. Both scored by that Somerville guy.
Somerville, yeah.
So he's making a bit of a name for himself.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him, eh?
I had no idea who he was until he scored against us. Lol.
Oh, I see. Doesn't he have, doesn't he have like a weird name?
I want to say it's like Winton or...
Can't remember. Not important, whatever. It's not weird name clubs today. So, yeah, that was just an awesome match. That was just probably match of the week, I'd say. That was really fun. And then, yeah. So, another week down in the Premier League. We only have one more week to go, I think, until it's World Cup time. So, there's only one more match week. But we've also had some cup matches in between with Man U's cup matches tomorrow, actually.
And they all went to penalties.
Indeed, yes.
Also, absolutely every London team is out.
Really? Oh, that's crazy.
Every team from London. So, West Ham, Tottenham lost to Nottingham Forest. Crystal Palace lost on penalties to Newcastle. Arsenal lost to Brighton. Chelsea lost to Man City.
That's crazy. Yeah, true. So, what do I got?
Okay. My favorite was I'll pick up the chat. Brentford knocked out to Gillingham. 80% ball possession. 16 shots. 14 corners. Gillingham 20% possession. 1 goal attempt.
One goal team, 1 goal.
1-1. Gillingham 1 on pen.
That's
Gillingham 1 on pen.
That's so funny. That's ruthless. So many went to penalties, and Leicester's through. Bournemouth not even. That's crazy. So, but yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, Arsenal's out, Chelsea's out, and Liverpool only just scraped through as well. And yeah, that's funny. Yeah, well, Man U has we have our EFL Cup match tomorrow, and it's against Villa again. So we play Villa back to back. So it's kind of a good chance to get some
Funny that
revenge.
that seems to happen. That seems to happen quite often.
Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but
Will draw the team in the cup who you're about to play in the league.
yeah, just serendipity, I guess. But I suppose I mean, you probably only notice it when it actually happens, though, right? You don't really think about it all the times it doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
it probably statistically doesn't happen very often, but
Yeah, just stands out when it does. Yeah, but that's funny. So yeah, we'll play Villa again. Hopefully, we can. It would be a good statement to win this match. You know, say like, yeah, you can beat us once, but we'll get you back. So I
you
would
beat
like
us
that.
once, but can you beat us twice? Oh yes, you
Yeah.
can. You've done it.
That should be pretty funny. So we'll see. That match tomorrow.
On penalties.
Oh, I hope not. Well, thankfully, wait, what competitions do red cards carry over into? Like if you get in England,
in England, if you get a red card in the Premier League, it counts in all English competitions.
Yes, right, okay. Well,
if you get a red card in the FA Cup, it counts in the FA Cup, League Cup, and Premier League, and likewise for any of those three competitions.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, not that it matters because, well, we didn't have Bruno in our last game. He had too many yellows, and had to miss a match and against Villa. So this time he'll be back fresh. So hopefully that's going to make a big difference. Hopeful. And yeah, so hopefully we can win that tomorrow. And so don't really talk much more about the EFL Cup, do we? It's not really a good competition.
No.
So, what would you like to talk about next? We have the Argentinian antics, or we have
let's do that. Let's do that. Woo.
Okay. Actually, I was on One Football earlier, and they sort of talked about it. There was I'll try to find an article on it because I've learned a bit more since. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, basically, in Argentina they had they had a cup final, and Argentina take football very, very seriously. Let's say, and it against Racing Club, and it resulted in 10 red cards dealt out in this match. So,
average Argentinian game.
Yeah, and for those of you thinking, it's like, how can you have 10 red cards? Because surely that means one game, at least one team would be defaulted or something like that, right? Like, it'd be an abandoned match. But that was not the case because some of these red cards went to bench players. And so, yeah, basically it's this final Argentina's Champions Trophy. There's Boca Juniors and Racing Club in the final. And it was 1-1 at full time, and I think both teams got red cards in just before the start of extra time. So it was 10 v. Sorry.
Of course they.
Yeah. So it was 10 v 10, and then basically it played on, and then in like the final, I think it was the third, it was like the 118th minute or something, so just before the end of extra time, what's his name, Alcaraz scores the winner for Racing Club, and like a true gentleman, he thinks it'll be a good idea to celebrate right in front of the Boca Juniors fans. And this of course sorry, go ahead.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And this, of course, causes like basically a riot. And so everyone is pretty offended by this. And like Boca Juniors players essentially surround him and start like pushing and shoving him and stuff like that and pulling his ears and all sorts of crazy shit. And they said, they grabbed him by the ear and threw the ball at him and all sorts of things like that. And so the ref had no choice but to hand out another. It was another 7 red cards. There was an earlier red card too. just from during the match. But then another 7 were given, and so all the ones that assaulted Alcaraz, and Alcaraz himself got one for celebrating like that, to causing that incident. And he accepted this red card very graciously by shaking the ref's hand and saying thank you. and then walked off the pitch. And and so I think then I think Boca had already had 2 red cards, and then another 2 went to players that were on the pitch, and the remaining 3 for Boca were bench players, and then all players that had subbed off, that had played but were subbed off, so they're on the bench, yeah. And then another 2 went to Racing Club for retaliation. So yeah, ended up
So they ended up with the minimum amount of players on the pitch, both of them.
Yeah. So it was only 4 red cards. So yeah, the Boca were down to 7 men on the pitch.
Only 4.
Yeah. And then so then the game actually ended. I mean, after all that, the match basically just ended. So it was, yeah, the game ended 2-1. It didn't get abandoned and be 3-0. And so pretty insane. 10 red cards. And the last one was for Benedetto, who he was caught he's making a gesture. If people don't know what this was, he was making a gesture that implied that the referee was taking a bribe. And so that's immediately red card.
Thing is, I wasn't aware of that. So the moment you said he made a gesture, I was like, this could go absolutely. I mean, it could go in a number of very obvious ways. But this could go anywhere.
Yeah. So totally insane match. That's Argentina for you. And yeah, everyone is talking about the fact that this referee, his name is Facundo Tello.
Bribe.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be a ref at the FIFA World Cup. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully he can...
yeah.
Well, it's funny because it's not like... Did you see that there was a video maybe a month ago of a ref like just handing out red cards like crazy, and like the manager runs on the pitch and shoves the ref over. And it's because it's ridiculous. Like some of them are just stupid. Like one of the players accidentally walks into the ref, like when they're, when they don't know what's going on, and he gives them a red card for it.
Like backtracking. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like it's ridiculous. So this one, all 10 red cards were 100% legit, which is so insane. And yeah, so pretty funny. Gotta say. So, be interesting to see how he goes at the World Cup, and if he's going to be dishing out a few red cards, because that's always fun. We, hopefully next week when we do the pod, we can, we're going to do our predictions, and I suppose one of those predictions should be red cards.
Which referee will give the most red cards?
Hey, that's a good thing to look into.
Well, we should just predict. I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't have the ability to care that much about referees.
Yeah.
Which of them provide the most red cards?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little there, but I think I got the gist of what you're saying. You said you don't really care about referees, and I agree. Like I don't really know how to track that anyway. So, yeah, but we'll see. There'll be some interesting things. So, that sort of slides us nicely into our final topic for the evening, which is to talk about the World Cup, as it is only 2 weeks away or so until.
But before we do that, can we do more red card news?
Oh, you've got more? What's the rest?
Gerard Piqué, you may remember him.
Yes, true. I completely forgot. We're going to talk about this.
World Cup winner. So it fits, suits. He just decided that he's had enough Barcelona got relegated to the Europa League, and he's had enough. Barcelona. I think they were actually down. Down, yeah, they were down at the time. Down at half time, and so Osasuna score first. Lewandowski, who's actually on the pitch, gets sent off for 2 yellows, which I think is only his second red card of his career. Then, for some reason, there's a scuffle in the tunnel, and the last action of Gerard Piqué's career, he's on the bench, so he's not been playing. So the last action of his career is to tell a referee that I will shit on your prostitute of a mother.
What? Is that what he said?
That is purportedly what he said. Yes.
Oh my god, that is so insane.
Also, Spanish translations may not be included. But
oh my god. So, yeah, so I was trying to pull up an article. They're actually saying too that he may have even been subbed on in that match if that hadn't happened because
well, he probably would have because it's his retirement game.
Yeah, and it says that, but it says also too that Eric Garcia got injured and Christensen was playing trash, so it just he missed out on playing in his own last match because he said that crazy shit to the ref.
Because he insulted the ref.
So insane. Imagine what the fuck.
And then afterwards, he shook his hand and walked off. No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's pretty funny, but oh my god. Well, as I searched that too, it came up with this article here. So it says like Gerard Piqué rips into Florentino Perez over the Super League as well in his final interview. So,
I hope he goes on to be a pundit in Spain and just is really, nasty.
Yeah, well, it's saying that he actually did this on Twitch. So he joined I guess this is a popular Spanish streamer called Ibayanos. Mm-hmm. So he joined him on Twitch and just since now he can speak freely, he just went hard and just ripped everybody. So that's pretty funny. And speaking of Spanish streamers, I know this is a bit of a tangent, but did you know that David De Gea's little sister is a successful Twitch streamer?
What games?
No.
Or is she
Twitch.
Is she a pretty one? Let's say that.
No, I think she does play games like Stardew Valley or whatever. I don't know, those kind of games. But yeah, but it's in Spanish as well, so it's
El Gamer Girl.
Yeah. But aside from that tangent, yeah. So he says that the presentation of the Super League, it was a big shit show because I hold Florentino in the highest regard. He surprised me in the way that he did that. He has changed Madrid. He was wrong when he signed the Stars at the time, and when he came back, his work has been praiseworthy. His presentation at El Chingrito, him alone, my head exploded. I don't know what he wanted to achieve. I didn't understand it. Yeah, so yeah, it looks like that's fun. I'm happy about that. If he can speak more freely and like burn every bridge, that would be so funny.
I love him.
Yeah.
Fuck Shakira. Who cares about that bitch?
No, I thought that turned out not to be true. It was all like tabloid media bullshit stuff, and they're fine.
Really?
That's what I heard. Is it?
Okay, no, forget about it. This is not the Shakira Friends podcast.
I'll just do a quick one. Oh no, okay. Well, they are splitting up. But I heard oh no, that's right. They are splitting up, but there was accusations of like him cheating on, having an affair or so. I can't remember stuff like that. But it turned out, oh yeah,
that wasn't true.
Yeah. So this article down here is saying he tried to cheat on her or something like that. But I heard that was not true. They're just splitting just because people split all the time, sort of thing.
Shit happens, man.
Plus, he's a footballer. I mean, they probably have some kind of deal, like Adam Levine. And so moving on, we can I suppose now we can move on to the World Cup and talk about that.
World Cup.
So the latest, there's been a few injuries that will rule some people out of the World Cup. One of them being Sadio Mane is going to miss the World Cup now, which is unfortunate.
That's sad.
It's good. It's good news for me. I mean, Netherlands' first match is against Senegal, so pretty. It's not the worst, but yeah. So that sucks. I mean, I'm always sad to hear a player, a really good player who would be scoring goals and all that kind of stuff to miss out like that. That's kind of sucks. And another one, it didn't happen. It happened like a week ago or so, but I think we didn't talk about it then. Was Chilwell? He's going to miss the World Cup as well.
Yeah.
So both Reece James and Chilwell are both out. So it looks like it's going to be Luke Shaw and Trent. Like the two players that like everyone was like kind of sour on at the moment are like looking
Trippier
like
can play. Trippier can play though, yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, it's funny. It turned out that Southgate was right to have so many defenders because he must have anticipated all these injuries.
Because now they're all dead.
And so there has been a few more, but I'm blanking right now. Well, one way to talk about this is France have announced their full squad list.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So oh, okay, we'll do that next. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just go through it, and because there's quite a few players missing from here, of course. So starting with goalkeepers, we have Hugo Lloris, Steve Mondanda, and Alfonso Areola. So
yeah,
obviously you're going to pick Lloris. He's in good form, as he always seems to be. But of course, there is no Mike Maignan in here, and that's because he is injured, and he will miss the World.
For him.
Well, he may not have even started. That's the thing. So it may not be the end of the world.
Doesn't matter. I think to go to the World Cup, even if, like, imagine being the third goalkeeper. You just get to go to the World Cup. You hang out with 25 of your mates. Your team. Play a few games, and you're in the squad. It's awesome.
You might even get a medal. It's possible. You don't have to do anything.
Well, you might even get drunk.
Yeah.
Not in Qatar, you know, but.
Oh no, I think they have an exception for the World Cup. I'm pretty sure.
Right. Yeah, let's see how that goes. I'm sure there'll be no problem with that at all.
I'm sure they do. I think because I read this a long time ago, but what I read was that they've basically the area where the World Cup is being played like didn't exist. They've like built the land to put it there, and so that new area is like an exception. It's going to be separated from the main art of
tourist island.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, I think. So, but I don't know. Maybe I read that a long time ago. I could be totally wrong.
Right, I'm sure this will go very, very well.
Yeah, well, it has to happen because Heineken is no way. Who's?
Yeah, I think Heineken
is one of the main sponsors. Yeah, so
Budweiser. Who fucking cares?
It might be Carlsberg. Oh, it's Budweiser. You're right. Yeah. But anyway, so we'll move on to the defenders we have here. We have Benjamin Pavard, right back, Jules Koundé, Raphael Varane, William Saliba has made it in, Presnel Kimpembe, Deo Upamecano, Ibrahim Konate, Theo Hernandez, and Lucas Hernandez, the Hernandez brothers, which, from what I understand, isn't that serial killers? The Hernandez twins?
Well, maybe they're about to be.
Yeah,
serial winners. Winners. How about that?
Hard out. Well, man, Theo Hernandez is an amazing player. So to have Lucas, because Lucas Hernandez was like really good in the one they won, and he played left. I think he played left back in that. And
I thought it was Theo.
No, it was Lucas, the one that plays with Bayern Munich. And because Theo was kind of no one back then. And,
you are no one.
And yeah, it was Lucas, because Lucas played left back, but then I think he had an awesome World Cup at left back in that one, but then he's played kind of centre back as well for Bayern these days. So
Yeah, a bit of a
Might see the
switcheroo.
Hernandez brothers play together actually, so that'd be interesting. And because I'm not 100% sure who will play, like what the lineup's going to be here, because you've got a lot to choose from. Like it's probably going to be Varane.
You probably think Pavard right back, Hernandez left back, Varane, Kimpembe. That's who I think will be the starting back four.
Kimpembe or Upamecano.
But any combination of
it's stacked,
any
man.
combination. And then you look through the ages. Konate, 23.
Yeah.
Upamecano, 4. Saliba, 21. Theo Hernandez, 25. Jules Koundé, 23.
Yeah, it's insane.
All of these guys, even the old guys aren't.
Yeah, Rafael Varane's 29, so it's
29.
I know, it's crazy. So like that's amazing. And so is anyone notable missing from there that I could think of?
When I read it to my mate, he said Kurt Zouma, and I kind of just laughed at him.
Yeah.
I think
they upgraded a bit, mate.
Yeah, I think Kurt Zouma is quite good, but he's not that good.
Yeah, yeah.
All of those players are better than Kurt Zouma.
Yeah, it's insane. They got so much to choose from. That's incredible. And so, okay, but midfielders, this is where we start sort of seeing some missing players, because neither Paul Pogba nor N'Golo Kante will go to the World Cup because both are injured. And also because I don't know what the vaccine rules are, because I don't know if you know, like, N'Golo Kante like refuses to get the vaccine.
Really?
Yeah. There's actually quite a few players. But yeah, so that's why he couldn't do the preseason tour as well. And so who they have selected is Eduardo Camavinga, Aurelien Tchouaméni, both play at Real Madrid together, and then Youssouf Fofana from Monaco, Matteo Guendouzi from Marseille, an old face that we haven't seen for a minute, and Adrien Rabiot and Jordan Veretout. So it is
not a whole lot of experience.
No, yeah, I agree. It's actually very new, all new faces. I don't like Rabiot's probably been there. He's probably the longest serving one there, and he was never a starter.
Rabiot has 29 caps. Tchouaméni 14. The rest have single figures.
Tchouaméni has 14 caps already. That's pretty insane.
I have no idea where they came from.
I think all last year, basically, because when he was at Monaco, he was starting to look good, and he's probably played a few this year, and and so that's pretty crazy that's your most experienced, like, because and Camavinga, of course, is really good, but he's a child, but I mean, he plays with Tchouaméni. I imagine Tchouaméni is going to start. He's going to play the Kante role because he's probably one of the most solid of these bunch. And this guy here too, Youssouf Fofana, he basically is the next Tchouaméni. He's another from Monaco, so
he's the next Tchouaméni, and Tchouaméni hasn't even. He's literally older than him.
Oh, is he? Oh, right, true. So
yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so I don't know. That'll be interesting to see how this goes. Obviously, these are all insanely talented players with tons of potential. So it's, I don't know, but yeah, like you said, lack of experience could be interesting. And I don't know. Depends how they set up. Well, they might play a midfield too.
Or because you're about to mention the forwards, so they might go with a 4-2-4.
Possibly.
Because some of these guys are, amazing.
Well, I was going to say they might play Nkunku as a cam, because he's played very well in that position.
He's
so
different kettle of football.
So the full list of the forwards are Antoine Griezmann, Atletico Madrid; Kingsley Coman, Bayern Munich; Ousmane Dembele, Barcelona; Kylian Mbappe, never heard of him; Christopher Nkunku from Leipzig; Karim Benzema from Real Madrid; and Olivier Giroud has made it in. What a G.
At age 36.
What a beast, bro.
Drink in those dreamy eyes, ladies and men.
Yeah, he scored that sick goal just the other day for AC Milan. That was wicked.
He doesn't stop scoring sick goals.
And then
Again,
took his shirt off and got a second yellow sent off.
yeah, look, red card news has been all over it today, and I'm in favour.
That's just when you're 36. That's how you actually just get a game off. It's the only way.
I'm tired. I'm tired. No, Olivier, you need to start next game. Right, I've got a plan.
So this is interesting too, right? Because, like I said, Nkunku could play in the 10 role. Oh, my camera has just died. So sorry about that. But anyway, obviously you're going to have Kylian Mbappe, and I imagine Benzema is going to play too, which is really cool to see Benzema back in the team. So you can imagine you play Mbappe on the left, Benzema in the middle, and then maybe Dembele or Koeman on the right. And then you can put Nkunku at 10. And
look, you got all sorts of options in there. There's that, the way they've distributed different roles of players across the squad. There's not much stop in France this time. I think they could go very far. It obviously depends on who they meet, but
it's certainly possible. I think they're still a strong contender, that's for sure. But yeah, so this article here rates obviously Kylian Mbappe as the star player. Makes sense. Obviously, he's really good. And then they say breakout talent to Tchouaméni. And so, yeah, I like I said, I think that he's going to play most of those games in that holding midfield position. I think he'll be the first choice for that.
I think he probably will.
So it's going to look a bit weird seeing France without Conte and Pogba, because that's been the core of that team for so long. It's kind of crazy. So
yeah, I think they may struggle when they meet someone really strong. So they may get to the quarters and meet Brazil or Argentina, and then who knows.
Well, I think you're right about this experience thing, because even when we look at the defenders, Pavard, Varane, Kimpembe, and Lucas Hernandez, they've all got World Cup experience, but all of the rest have none. Have they? Well, they've never been to a World Cup.
Varane 87, Pavard 46, Hernandez, Lucas Hernandez 32, Kimpembe 28, Koundé 12, Caps.
So it is even
7-7-7-2.
Yeah, so even though these defenders are obviously quality and all that stuff and well for club, they don't have a tremendous amount of international experience. But
yeah,
I mean,
this may be the undoing of France, unfortunately.
But look, they just won recently, so it's a transition period for France, just like Germany are going through as well. And so, where are we? Here we go. I got the Brazil squad here now too.
I'm looking at it too. All good.
Okay, so while we're on this, it was in fact Brazil that has asked their players to fake injuries to be fit for the World Cup
during the World Cup,
and yeah,
on the pitch.
And so one of them that apparently this is Anthony. He is injured at the moment, and they're saying that he's not. He's kind of faking it, and
allegedly.
But it's hard to say, because maybe if you do get an injury, it would be rational to be like, I'm about to play the World Cup. I don't want to. Well, no one wants to risk it, because if I get a big injury now or at the World Cup, I'm going to be out for the club anyway. So yeah. But then the funny part of it was allegedly Gabigol asked the coach of Brazil, like, well, what kind of injury should we say we've got? And he said, don't worry about it. I'm not going to pick you anyway.
Oh no. Imagine finding out that way.
I don't know if it's true. I think it's a joke, but But yeah, where is the full list?
Oh, I've got it in front of me if you want me to read it.
Shit article. Yeah, you go ahead. I'll find it anyway.
So I've got it in order of squad number, so it's not in terms of position.
Oh,
So
I got it anyway.
okay.
I think. Yes. Oh, okay, cool. I got it in the same order as last time. So, goalkeepers, we have Ellison, Edison, and Waverton. So, look, I mean,
Yeah, again,
stacked.
you can't look past those first two,
Obvious,
really.
yeah.
Waverton, 34 years of age, 8 caps, probably quite unlikely to get on the pitch at all.
But good to be there for, I imagine, for yelling.
Moral support.
Yeah, like pumping up the team. And so, yeah, I mean, look, who's going to argue? Who's going to argue with any of those picks? I think that's pretty good. And I mean, the only bad thing about it is like, who do you choose between Ellison or Edison?
Well, if you want a bit of a clue, Ellison has 57 caps. Edison has 18.
That's the thing. I know Ellison is certainly the favorite of Brazil over the years, but I don't know. I think I would say Edison may be in better form. Well, no, it's hard to say because even though Liverpool have been struggling,
Ellison's in great form.
I know, but it's still conceded a lot, so it's sort of. But even then, I'd say Edison would be in better form still. He never concedes. But anyway, that's either way, it probably is going to be Ellison. So moving on to the defenders, we have Alexandro from Juventus, Alex Telles from Sevilla, Dani Alves.
Big Dan.
That is wild. Playing for the Pumas. I don't know about that.
Pumas.
Yeah. Then Danilo, the fullback from Juventus. Bremer from Juventus as well, who recently signed from Torino. He's a good player too, from what I've seen. Eder Militao from Real Madrid. Marquinhos from PSG, who I suppose plays more of a centre back role. Has played defensive midfield as well, but probably seen him.
He'll be a defender.
Yeah, and then Thiago Silva. So there's certainly some experience in this side, that's for sure. Dani Alves and Thiago Silva in particular. And yeah, I mean, look, that's, if anything, I'd say this is really, really good. It's probably going to be, I would say they're going to pick Eder Militao and Marquinhos in a pair, and then probably Alexandro and Danilo. Right back is a little weird. I mean, Dani Alves, obviously, that was his role for so long, but I don't think...
It'll be Dani Alves. Come on. Believe in the dream.
Insane, though. That's so weird.
Believe.
I don't know if Bremer can play there, too. Maybe he can, but...
don't know anything about him, but he's got 1 cap.
Right, okay. So, yeah. A little... Maybe... Definitely a lot of good players. I feel like they haven't picked whole lot of defenders, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a little bit light, but whatever. So look, that's pretty good. And is anyone missing out of there?
I don't think they do have anyone missing notably, really.
No, not really. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the midfield, we have Bruno Guimaraes. I can fucking never say it. Guimaraes.
I'm pretty sure it's just Guimaraes.
Guimaraes, yeah. Bruno Guimaraes. Thank you.
I don't know if that's right, but it's what it looks like to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying now. Might makes right. And so Bruno Guimaraes, Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle United. Actually, I should say more on this.
We all know who they are.
Oh, well, I guess so, but you and me know. But well, I think this is just an awesome pick anyway. I want to comment on this. Is that Guimaraes is obviously been off to a flying start since moving to Newcastle, and definitely deserves to be in this team. And yeah, so no, it'd be very interesting to see him play with Brazil. I don't think he has many caps, and that will be interesting. And then yeah, Casemiro, obviously, you know, the rock of this team for sure. Having moved to Man U recently, looked good, so it's doing well. Then we have Everton Ribeiro from who plays for Flamengo. I don't know much about this guy, to be honest.
He's 33, but I hope one day he signs for Everton.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not? There's actually a few called Everton. I'm pretty sure there's like a young guy as well. Yeah, and so then Fabinho, of course, from Liverpool. I mean, look, you guys play double six, Casemiro and Fabinho. That's pretty insane. And then Fred's made it in there. He's always played good for Brazil, so sort of that makes sense. And he's not in horrific form at the moment. And then Lucas Paqueta from West Ham, who I also haven't seen too much of because West Ham have been a bit up and down, but he certainly was a good player when he was at Lyon and things like that. So yeah, he's a lot more forward than most of these guys. He's probably the only 10.
Yeah, they need another, you know, a forward, attacking midfielder.
Yeah, it just seems it's again maybe they'll play a midfield too or something because
again 4-2-4. Please show me. Show me the way.
Yeah. So is anyone missing out of there? Who was Brazil's midfield usually? It seems about right. Yeah. So moving on to the forwards. Now this is where it gets spicy. We have Antony from Manchester United, the man faking the injury himself, but no, it's probably not true. But that's exciting. I want to see Antony for Brazil. That would be really cool. And what a story as well. So Gabriel Jesus made it in. I mean, he always does make it in, and he's been off to a good start at Arsenal, who are top of the league, of course. So he's looking promising. And then his fellow teammate, also named Gabriel, and no, not the defender. He didn't actually make it. It's Gabriel Martinelli. They could have had 3 Gabriels in the team. They all play for Arsenal, and they're all Brazilian. That's hilarious. And
well, of course they're going to be Brazilian if they're playing for Brazil.
No, but they all play for Arsenal. That's what I'm saying. They're
yes, okay. Okay, I see what you mean.
3 Brazilian Gabriels that play for Arsenal. That's crazy.
There should be a gold link on FIFA.
Yeah, definitely. And so Gabriel Martinelli has made it in, which seems fair. I mean, he has had a big rise to prominence over the last 18 months or so.
Yeah.
Because when he signed, I was like, yeah, he looks like a good prospect, you know, and then he's just sort of now wormed his way into the first team, and he deserves to be there.
Similar with Rodrigo.
Yeah. From Real Madrid.
Rodrigo's, yeah.
Yeah. I'll just read all the names first then. Neymar, who is also in incredible form at the moment. He has been absolutely crushing it with PSG.
Yeah, I think he's about 4 goals from breaking Pele's record as well.
Really? That's great. For Brazil.
Yeah, the Brazilian all-time record.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. And he didn't get... Oh, he was injured for some World Cups recently. I can't remember. But, yeah. Could be good to see Neymar full force this time. And then we got Pedro. This is the Pedro, right?
No.
Oh, no? It's a different Pedro?
No. Because that Pedro was Spanish. And 35.
Of course. Okay, look, you understand why I made that mistake, though. He looks Brazilian.
They all do.
Yeah. So this is just some other Pedro. Okay. And Rafinha from Barcelona, who I've barely seen play at all. But fair enough, seems like a good player. And Richarlison, sure. I think Richarlison's really good as well. Hasn't played too much with Spurs. I feel like he's been injured or something, but...
Played a bit.
Sorry?
He's played a bit. He's played enough.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah. Still a good player. Deserves to be there, of course. And then, yeah, Rodrigo Goes and Vinicius Jr. And, yeah, particularly exciting to see that Real Madrid pair going because, well, they're both hot lava prospects playing for Real Madrid, especially Vinicius Jr., who looks like he's going to be an absolute weapon in a few years. Could be the next Neymar. So, yeah, I think that's what would be your starting front three or four in this team.
Oh God, Vinicius, Neymar. I'm going to play a front six. I'm just going to play Marquinhos at the back on his own. I want them all. I want them all on the pitch. Just the only way to do that is to play a 2-2-6.
You go Vinicius, Neymar, Anthony. That's
deadly.
That's pretty balanced too. And where's Martinelli plays on the left? Is that right?
They play wherever they want.
Yeah,
they do what they want.
Oh, Rafinha's a left footer actually. So
doesn't matter. Just put them on the team.
Yeah, look, a lot to choose from. Brazil definitely look healthy. So yeah,
the one notable one. No Bobby Firmino.
True.
In really good form.
True.
In really good form, and they don't really have. I mean, to the degree that it's Brazil, they don't have another player who does that.
Well, that's interesting, and that's funny because they seem light in that 10 role anyway, and because Bobby kind of does that false nine kind of stuff, and that area of the pitch feels like it's going to be a bit empty. But
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they have a new style in mind or something. Who knows? They can play three at the back.
Okay.
So, right. Well, that's two terrifying-looking squads, and I believe that England will be announced soon. I mean, it was supposed to be Thursday lunchtime, but that must be in a couple of hours for us. Midnight.
Yeah. So I'm sure we'll know about our 27 right backs.
Yeah.
Very shortly.
I actually have. That's actually, man. I have no idea. It could be very interesting who's going to end up in England. Obviously, I think Rashford may have made it back in because he's been off to a good start. And yeah, I think so. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to choose from, to be honest. So yeah. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Nah.
Okay. All good. Yeah, thanks for tuning in to the Football Friends podcast. And yeah, pretty excited for this World Cup. Can't wait. It's only 3 weeks to go or so. And yeah, be mean. All right. Tell your friends about the podcast, like and subscribe and all that jazz. And we'll catch you all next time. Cheers.
Bye.